Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, at whatever time in the world you may be, welcome. This is by Hook or by Needles, and I am Sam. And this is, I don't know whether this is going to be the 1st or the 2nd of January. It'll probably be the 2nd of January, maybe, because the 1st of January happens to be a Wednesday, which means I've put up a video for Battle the Stitches. So if you haven't seen that and you'd like to see that, please go and back and see that. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about amigurumi. Now this is going to be somewhat of a challenge for me because I am not a great amigurumiist. Is there such a word as that? A created word, but whatever. This calendar came with, and this is what sparked my idea. This calendar came with my subscription for Simply Crochet, issue number 155. And I was looking at it and I thought, one amigurumi a month for 12 months. Can I do that? And, well, we're going to wait and see, aren't we? Okay, so they are all made with Sidar Happy Cotton, which I think is like something like 80% cotton and 20% acrylic. That may be wrong, but that's basically what they are all made with. I'm not using that. I don't have the funds to buy the multitude of colors that are needed for that. But what I can do is grab my scraps that I'm using to make my subscribers scrap blanket, and I can find some scraps that will be similar, if not better colors, for the event. Now, each of these characters is based on, just going to adjust the camera, so hopefully there's no glare. They're going to be based on, wrong way around, Sam, a celebration. Now this one says that UP-HELLY-AA means the end of the holidays. It's a celebration of the Shetland history and Norse heritage. Senior and junior festivals take place with bands, songs, and processions. An elected chief, the Geyser Jarl, leads a squad of Vikings, followed by squads of locals in fancy dress, and the day ends with lighting over 1,000 torches and the ceremonial burning of a Viking galley longship, marking the return of the light after winter. And I've actually been to this UP-HELLY-AA.org page, and I will put a link in the description in case you're sort of interested in a little bit more about it. I'll just briefly read a few of the more predominant facts, I guess. They celebrated this day on the 24th day after Christmas as Autumnus or UP-HELLY night. There is no evidence that their cousins in Lerwick did the same. Lerwick, I think that might be in yeah, somewhere else. not in Shetland. Yeah, so it's saying here that the emergence of of Yuletide and New Year festivities in the town seems to post-date the Napoleonic Wars, when soldiers and sailors came home with rowdy habits and a taste for firearms. On Old Christmas Eve in 1824, a visiting Methodist missionary wrote in his diary that the whole town was in an uproar from 12 o'clock last night until late this night, blowing horns, beating of drums, tinkling on old tin kettles, firing of guns, shouting, bawling, fiddling, fifing? I'm not sure what fifing is. Drinking, fighting. This was the state of the town all night. The street was thronged with people as any fair I have ever saw in England. Okay, so, yeah. It certainly sounds like a rowdy little gathering. It seems like what the idea is, I was looking on this site, and they will gather somewhere, and they march in a procession from one place to the next, gathering more and more people until I think eventually they end up perhaps on a beach where a galleon ship has been built. I don't know how true to size it is, but it does look quite large. There are actually tours that you can, 6-day tours that you can take from Edinburgh in Scotland all the way to the Shetland Isles, where this actually takes place, this festival, or one of these festivals. They do tend to take place, in a lot of the areas. But, yeah, how wild is that? And, yeah. Now, looking at this little fellow, and I'm assuming it's a fellow, I don't want to be sexist, but, it looks like a fellow. Let's see if I can stop my fan from blowing that page up. Looks like we need a sort of fawny colour for some skin. Now, I do have, let me get some out. Let me get some, let me get that. Okay, what do we got? What do we think of this one? This one for the skin, it's not really sort of peachy as that is, but I think this is called Sandcastle in the Sedair lineup. So, and this one's called Linen, so I thought I'd give him this skin tone. So that's going to be, I thought, his skin tone. Now it looks like we need 2 shades of blue, and they need, because it's a helmet and a wrist or an arm guard there, I'm thinking they need to sort of be quite metallic-y kind of blues. So I found this one, which I quite like, for the darker shade. What's that one called? I've lost the tag, but I have got others with tags on. So if I happen to find it, I will let people know. And then I found this blue, which is a bit maybe too dark, or I've got the paler blue. Or I could have this as a dark blue and this is a pale blue. But I really did like that colour but these colours probably match better. I'll put aside all 3 of those blues, and maybe I can make up my mind a little bit later on. So we've got a skin colour, we've got our helmet, pants, and arm shield colours. I'll just pop them down out of the way. We need a red and we need a grey or a silver sort of colour for the wings on his helmet and the metal of his axe. So what have I got in grey? I'm sure I've got a grey somewhere. Fingers crossed, I've got a grey somewhere. It'd be frustrating if I don't have these colours, but I know I've got a grey. I just can't seem to locate it. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get all that out of the way. Okay, I might have to find the grey at another stage. I thought I had it handy, but clearly it's not here. But we need a peachy colour. Now, I did have a lovely oyster pink, which I thought might go well. This is called oyster pink, and I thought that might be good for the tunic. Once again, I mean, we're not going to get these colours perfect because I'm not using the yarn suggested, because I worked it out very, very quickly, and I worked out the quantities, and to do the 12 amigurumi was, I gave up counting, at over 250 Australian dollars, and I thought, yeah, I'm just going to make what I can make, the best way I can make it. So I think that one will be okay. We've got a red. I think any red would be nice, but this is sort of just a really bright red for his, I'm not sure what that is. I think it's meant to be some sort of, there is a picture of the back. Now, let me see if I can find the picture of the back of him, and you can see, if I can sort of slip it in here. Yeah, so there's the back. It's sort of like an animal skin, I think it's supposed to be. Maybe they dyed them red, I don't know. And there you can see the shield and the belt a little bit closer. So, yeah. Oops, we need to look at our picture. So, that's this and this. We need a dark brown for the boots, the handle, and the shield. Let's see, I know I've got dark brown. Once again, will it be handy? It's not quite as dark as it could be, but it's still sort of boot colour or wood colour. And I think it'll pass as that, or I do have another brown. Oh, here we go. Or I've got this sort of brown. It's not as dark, but it's not so coppery. I like the coppery one though. And then, like I say, I've got to find some silver or grey. I know I've got some somewhere. It's not jumping out at me at the moment. And if I don't find any, I'll have to use, I don't know. I suppose I could use black almost, couldn't you? You could almost use black for the metal, because you could pretend it was flint or something. But anyway. So, apart from the grey, which I haven't got, I'm thinking of sort of these colours. And it does tell me that I need to use a really tiny hook, a 2.5mm. Now these are all DK weights, and it's telling me I need to use a 2.5mm hook, and in parts I need to use a 2mm hook. Now I do have those because I do have, I do have a lot of the smaller sets of clovers. So that's a 0.75. See, that's a 0.75 I've got there with a special protection. Look how tiny that is. That is so tiny. But anyway, that's protective covering so you don't stab yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna have the hook sizes. That's not a problem. And I've got stuffing. I've got eyeballs of all different shapes and sizes. It suggests a 2mm 2mm eye. I don't know. I find all these eyes rather small. I like, I don't know, slightly bigger eyes. See, the Day of the Dead has slightly bigger eyes. This one down here, but all the rest seem to have like 2mm eyes. And I also need some black cotton, it says. DMC cotton for the face features. I presume things like the smile or, you know, doing the nose and that sort of thing. So that's going to be the other issue, finding a colour to do the nose in, unless I just use the a wool and split the plies. But yeah, all these are designed by Claire Cooper. If you want to try and locate them and you know, join along with me, or anybody who's subscribed to Simply Crochet, you know, let me know in the comments if you're going to tackle this as well. I obviously cannot do a tutorial, it's not my pattern, but all I can do is just show you like the colors I've decided to use for it, and show you any progress that I do make as when I make it. And fingers crossed it'll be finished well and truly by the end of the month. Now, there is to be a little giveaway with this. I'm going to make this, and provided I don't make a complete and total shambles of it, and provided it looks remotely like something that someone might want to take off my hands, I've decided to have like a little giveaway. All you need to do in the comments is just to say, you know, just put, gee, I haven't even thought about this. Maybe if you just put hashtag January Ami. God, I can't even spell January. JANUARYAMI. If you put hashtag Ami, or just put, you know, January Ami, or put, you know, I would like to be put in for winning or whatever. And what I will do is I will take your name and put it on one of those random pickers, and you can enter more than once. Not once per day, but you can enter every video. So if you watch one of my videos and you like it and you're subscribed, you do need to be subscribed as a public subscriber in order to win the amigurumi. I need to be able to see that you are subscribed. You know, if you like the video, and then you can comment in each of my videos, you know, I would like to win January's Ami or something along those lines. I'm not going to be too strict with the first month because, like I say, I'm not sure how it's all going to turn out, and I might not even continue with February, depending on how January works out. But yeah, so go to the comments, tell me you would like to be put in for the draw for the amigurumi when it's done. I will show you progress, and if you decide, oh my gosh, it's turned out like it's been run over with a steamroller, Sam, I really don't want that. That's okay, I'll take your name off the list. But anyway, yeah, so that's all that is. Now, today, when this is coming out, this will be out on the 2nd of January. It's also the start of Stephen West's Sock-along, which I am also going to be trying to join and do every month. But I won't do the announcement. We'll show you the picture of the pattern for that until tomorrow, which will be the 3rd of January. No, there's no competition for the socks. Sorry, I'm keeping those. They will be birthday gifts and Christmas gifts for family. Yeah, so is that everything? Yeah, just subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You know, need you to be a public subscriber in order to go into the draw. I need to see you on the list of subscribers, and I'll put you down if you want to win. I don't even know. We're going to have to come up with a name. Maybe you can suggest a name for this little person. I'm going to call them a person because they could be a girl. All right. Until next time, everybody, please take care and remember, learn from the past. Think about the future, but always live for today. Take care now. See you next time.